Okay, well, it looks like I set up the equipment correctly because we are recording.
We got tickled because it had been a little while since we hooked it up.
Little sabbatical, and you actually, patrons, are the first technically to hear our voices in 2023.
That's right.
So this is our bonus episode, as you know, and for the time being, we have decided to take a pause on Patreon.
Yes.
They have been a great partner to help us get the sort of logistics and all the back end, if you will, stuff of having a way to receive support, financial support, which was awesome. Like, that's why they were created.
That's
they
right.
were created for
all
creators.
artists.
Yes. That need some sort of like ongoing sort of financial support that's different than like a Kickstarter campaign
where you get a large amount at one time.
Yeah. Or you're like doing a project. Like, we weren't like, this was just like,
hey, this is our thing.
This is our thing, yeah.
And it has expenses around it.
So, that being said, you are the faithfuls, and I really hope that you feel the gratitude from us.
Yeah, from our hearts, from our mouths on occasion.
Yes. But yeah, so just various reasons that we will message you about as well. You've probably even gotten something from us by now related to our pausing on Patreon. Or I'm saying pausing. I don't intend to go back to it unless like something drastically shifts. We are going to
never say never.
Put some sort of virtual tip jar or sort of financial support together. But there's a lot of fees that we have to pay Patreon, which rightly so. They do a lot of work in handling your credit card transactions and all that. But it also leaves very little for us to actually do things with. And we know that that's the point as to why you give, is for us to be able to have expenses covered and do the things. So enough about that. This is our last in the current format Southern Sister Chat tied to the Patreon perks that we've offered. But we had some fun things we wanted to chat about. Also, we wanted to do one.
That's right.
So welcome to January. Let's quickly look back at some of our favorite moments from December, since we haven't chatted about that.
I know. Well, December's always special just because it's Christmas. So there's traditions and things that we love. But we did one new thing this year that literally was like, I can't wait for next year. I'm going to already be thinking about it.
Yes.
As the year goes by.
And that's good that we have now a year to think about it.
Yeah, because I didn't really know fully what to expect. So I got invited to an event called a Favorite Things Party. And I got Laura Beth looped in to go as well.
I was her plus one.
And it was so much fun. So the theme of this party is you bring 3 of the same item gifts, the wrapped, that's one of your favorite things you've come across that year. Or
$15 to $20 price range is what we were given. You can do anything, obviously. If it's your hosting, your choice.
That's right. So, yeah, we each participated with bringing our $20 item and having it wrapped. And when you come in the door of the host's home, you, if you're the first one in the door, you're going to put the number 1 on each of your packages and so on. So the second person has all 2s on their packages, etc. Whoever was number 1 gets to shop first. I'm putting that in quotes because you go to the Christmas tree where everything is sitting and you just pick out 3 packages. No idea what it's going to be. Some are in bags, some are tiny and small and wrapped. And so you pick 3 things and go sit down.
And what I loved even at this stage in the party is knowing there is no dirty Santa or white elephant component to this. So like, I'm picking my absolute favorite wrapping or what I think is interesting, and I know I get to take it home tonight.
That's right.
So, yeah.
Well, so then there comes to the point when everybody's got their packages that people start to open. So whoever has the number 1 gift, everybody open it. You know,
at
that
the same
has
time,
the number 1. And the person who brought said gift explains what they love about it. And it covered the gamut from kitchen items to lip gloss to skincare, just all kinds of things.
It was an all-female party, so it was girly, and I loved it. It was so girly.
Right.
Like I came home with a lip gloss, a facial spray, like a finishing spray that has lavender and chamomile in it, and a high-end laundry detergent that's great for like linens. And
have you used that yet?
I have, and I think I used too much.
Oh, did it smell too much?
Yeah.
Okay.
But I tried it on towels, so that was good.
Yeah. I would think that would be wonderful.
Yeah.
When you get out of a steamy shower and you have a wonderful smell good towel.
Yeah. Yeah. So those were my items I came home with. And what'd you come home with?
I came home with the ingredients to make pumpkin spice latte
Oh, yeah.
with a little ingredient, like with a little recipe.
Yes.
And a gift that I'll laugh because I wasn't familiar with this. One of the girls that I did know at the party was like, that was not a $20 gift. That's more like a $40 gift.
Oh.
And I've seen them everywhere now.
I've seen
and
them.
it's called a Stanley. Like it's a...
Since you got that, I've seen them everywhere,
everywhere.
Too. It's a super tall thermos.
With a straw.
Yeah.
That still fits in your car.
Yes.
So that's the beautiful thing, is it still fits in the car, even though it's really big.
So it keeps things hot or cold,
Hot
right?
or cold.
Yeah.
So I got that Stanley, the pumpkin latte stuff, and then one of those little marble salt
Oh, yeah.
with a little tiny spoon that you can scoop your little salt out.
So if
when
you've
you're
seen
cooking.
somebody that's like a really good cook, like I have a friend that's her husband's a chef. He just has one of those bowls near the
just grab a little or spoon
kitchen
a little and throw it. Yeah.
He's just constantly salting everything. Yeah.
And I'll say, if you are one of those people that likes to do that, the Malden sea salt flakes from England, you can just order them on Amazon. Fabuloso. Okay. So good.
There you go. That was a really fun party. And I brought if you've had one of our boxes recently, if you're one of our VIP supporters, we put some Charleston red rice in a swag box. And I loved it so much when we got it in Charleston. And we reached out to Savor the Flavor, South Carolina. That's the company. They provided the rice for our swag boxes. And then I went and got...
She ordered her own for the favorite things party. And it was so cute how you put it together, because you had two different ones and then a big, like a wooden spoon.
I did their grits, which I hadn't had, but I knew I liked the rice. So it was like their Southern grits.
Yeah.
Is a package too.
So fun.
Yeah.
Well, we'll have to do that again. Go
That
to that
was
party
fun.
again. Do you remember that there was a lady there that said she'd been to 3 of them?
This was her 4th.
One of them was for couples too.
Yeah.
She said it was for couples. And I
Yeah.
thought, well, I can see how that would be fun. Totally different.
For
vibe.
sure. For sure.
Because we just all brought an appetizer, and it was I just thought it was a really fun party.
Yeah.
We only knew one person in addition. Well, you hadn't never met the host.
Right.
But you knew one other person besides me. But everybody was so kind, and yeah, good group.
So fun. Well, Christmas in general was wonderful, and we hope that y'all's was as well. We even got just a dashing of snow on the 22nd or 23rd of December.
And it lasted. Like, it was still on the ground.
Because it was ice cold here.
And then Christmas night, I had a gas leak scare.
Yes,
and
you
had
did.
to have the gas company come out and fix it.
They're like, get outside, take the rest of this call from your driveway.
I mean, yeah, they take that stuff serious, as they should. So that kind of threw me for a little bit of a loop. I'm like, I said, I feel so bad calling you on Christmas night. He's like, this is my 5th call.
Wow.
I know.
Wow.
So thank you, gas company, electric company, you people in healthcare that are working on Christmas night.
There
we
is
see
no
you.
formal holiday for many.
We see you.
Okay, what are you reading? What are you doing?
I am reading a lot.
Yeah, you're recovering from surgery.
I am.
What's on your stack over there?
Yeah, my first dive in after surgery was this book called Finding Franklin that somebody loaned me.
Yes.
So I have to give it back. The author's name is Katie Shands, and she lives here in our little town not so little town of Franklin, Tennessee.
90,000 and counting and escalating daily, hourly.
We're kicking and screaming. But anyway, I thought, well, this will be fun to read because it mentions all the places that we know, you know. but it's a little mystery novel.
Fun.
So it's like got a cute love story, but a mystery side, and mentions lots of places I know. So
Fun.
it was a fun read.
Yeah.
And a Christian aspect of it as well.
So cool.
So that was fun. Then totally changed gears and read a book that had caught my attention. I'm showing Laura Beth the cover.
So the title is Do/Walk.
Mm-hmm. And then the subtitle, Navigate Earth, Mind, and Body Step by Step by Libby Delana.
Okay.
So this is a whole series, the Do Book Company. Okay. So they have all these titles. Do Beekeeping, Do Breathe, Do Design, all these different ones. And they're very like cute, short, quick, some pictures and
so inside. Is it inspiring for you to do that activity?
Yes.
Or like giving you even tips or know-how?
I guess it depends on the one. This one is just one woman's story of starting the practice that she does every single day and she's done it about 10 years.
Wow.
So if she's sick, it's a walk around the block. It's not a 8-miler.
Yeah.
But depending on, and she's looks like from her Instagram that she's maybe in her 60s.
Okay.
But I did enjoy, it has no Christian aspect to it, which I think there can be a beautiful Christian aspect
for sure.
in a
getting out and walking
practice.
Yeah.
But anyway, still got a lot out of it. And after my foot's well, I'm excited to walk again.
Yes.
So
yes.
I think that's part of why the title caught my attention. And now I just started a new book.
I love this.
That's hilarious. I don't know. It's one of a trilogy of books by these two Southern ladies of the Mississippi Delta. But this one is called Somebody is Gonna Die If Lily Beth Doesn't Catch That Bouquet. The official Southern Ladies Guide to Hosting the Perfect Wedding. And I'm just reading it for fun. Like, it's a little hooty-tooty,
Yeah.
like some of the etiquette and stuff.
Yeah.
But I'm just trying to have a good laugh.
Lighthearted,
so it's cute.
For sure.
And I started a new Bible study.
Oh, cool.
I am doing a study on the book of Jude.
Sweet.
Which is like
Jackie Hill Perry.
2 pages of my Bible. Like, that's it.
True.
It's like so small.
Yeah.
But I've never done a study with her. Jackie Hill Perry is the person leading the study on the videos. I'm just doing
videos. Okay.
It's video based.
Okay.
And
so do you have like a link they shared with everybody?
Yeah. So Lifeway's been doing this a lot in their books now, where they include in the back, you scratch off the video access code, and then
I think this started right before COVID or right around COVID.
Okay.
Because they used to not
do that. You had to pay additional
for every additional
for that
50 plus people or whatever. Yeah.
So that's part of the whatever $20 book or something now. So because of my foot situation, I've watched the first 2 at home, but I'm planning on going on Friday.
Oh, good.
In person.
Good.
So,
well, I'm reading a book called Praying Like Monks, Living Like Fools. It's just a book on prayer and
sounds good.
Written by a guy named Tyler Staton, which I wasn't familiar with him, but he has ties to our area and he now pastors a church
in Portland. He's young, sounds like. He sounds 30s.
I think
40.
I think I did the math and he's about 6 years younger than me.
Okay.
So, but yeah, a lot of wisdom beyond his years.
For sure. His buddy, John Mark Comer, same. I think he's wise beyond his actual years as well.
And that is whom he took the baton from as the pastor of this Bridgetown church in Portland. John Mark Comer, if you know that title, or that name, he was the former pastor.
Well, I listened to a message you sent me from that young man about prayer.
Yes.
And it was excellent.
So a lot of the book
is that. Okay.
I listened to that message 2 times through because sometimes I have to do that.
To catch
something's
more.
really good. I'm like, okay, I want to listen to that again. And so I feel like I'm really familiar with that message now. And now I'm reading the book and I'm like,
I already kind of know this now.
I guess he read this word for word when he gave that message. Or he just has it memorized from spending so much time with it. But yeah, that's a great book. And then, what am I going to next? I might revisit Will the Circle Be Unbroken by Sean Dietrich on audio, because I have a hold on it through the Libby app.
Okay.
So, and I think it's available in like a week. So timing wise,
okay,
I might just start that since I don't have anything else. And I just did a study on prayer through She Reads Truth, which was really good. And I did their Advent study this year, and that was really good
too, which means you're really steering conversation as well.
Yeah, but I had such a good group.
Okay.
That it was like I didn't have to prepare questions.
Okay.
I just knew they get
organically it's going to come out.
They get enough out of these studies that somebody or some 2 or 3 people are going to have something that they're wanting to share, whether prompted or not.
That's awesome.
It was a easy, good group to share. But yeah. So what you been watching? Trash.
I was going to say, trying to find things that aren't garbage, and that is getting harder and harder.
It reminds me, because I don't watch trashy movies or trashy television or listen to trashy podcasts, when I do come across it, I'm like, oh yeah, this is the norm. This is
what people listen to all the time.
This is the majority.
We're not saying that in a way of that we're any better than anybody else, because it can sound like that.
It can, but I didn't mean it that way. I meant it as even for you to have this on in your car right now, to know that there's not anything that we're going to bring up that your little ones in the car would feel uncomfortable listening to or shouldn't be listening to. It's not going to happen with us.
Yeah, I'm continually amazed. That's all I can say. Is I think I'm naive and want to be. Actually, I want to still blush at things.
Yeah.
And I don't want to get numb to that.
Me too.
And I have before gotten numb to it. So that's why I don't want to lose it.
Yeah, because you can get re-naived. Not a word, but y'all know what I mean.
For sure. And yeah, because I've had more TV time than I would even like to admit lately, I just am amazed. And even the same for the news. Like, I'm not a regular news watcher, but I've been watching the news.
Yeah.
And our country and our city is not what it used to be.
Right.
In crime.
No. Shot this, shot that. Yeah.
In Nashville.
Right.
Like, not even just in New York City.
Right.
It's like, what in the world?
But doesn't it make you think of like how uncreative?
Oh, for sure.
Each of these media outlets are, because
that they can't
just stay in this one stream of who got shot today. Like,
well, and I even sometimes think, like, I'm thinking of, I only get one of the major networks, and that's ABC, because I don't. Yeah. Anyway, so I've been watching ABC News with David Muir, I think so you say it.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I actually like him.
Yeah.
His delivery and everything.
Yeah, he's solid in his
delivery. Work. And but they'll tell like the most disgusting things. I don't know how long it is, for 28 minutes, and then end with this cute story about somebody that saved a dog. And I'm like, I appreciate that, but I can't get all of that 28 minutes out of my head with this one ending.
Right. And we know that
there's more. Anyway.
So in the same way y'all found the dog story, just go find more of those.
I know.
Yeah.
I know.
It's weird.
So
it's
anyway.
Bizarre.
I can't really say I've watched anything that I would recommend.
Well, what about The Chosen?
I just started that last night, so I want to dive in a little more.
Okay, well, if anyone isn't familiar with The Chosen.
Oh, my Lord. I watched the first episode. I had tears.
It's so good. I'm so proud of the people that have worked so hard in putting this together, because it's really, really well done. It's all
I do love that they look Middle Eastern.
On the chosen people of God.
This is cool.
Yes.
They don't,
the whole thing. I don't want to like give too much away of my opinion, but if you haven't checked out The Chosen, I will say this: it makes me this much more excited to get to Jesus, like to get to be with Him. Mm-hmm. If that is what you take away from a book, a song, a television show, a movie, then well done.
Let me tell you a comment that Mom made last night because it's so Mom. Mm-hmm. And I just thought it was precious. I was like, I want to remember that comment for the rest of my life. There's a scene in episode 2 or 3. We watched 3 episodes in a row.
That's good. They're just like an hour, so that's just like a long movie.
It's like a little binge, I guess. Yeah. That's more TV than I'm used to watching, though.
No, I know.
This has been all the time lately.
I know.
So anyway, we're watching where it was a Friday, so they were all having their Shabbat meal.
Yeah.
And it was the first time that one of the characters had ever hosted one. I don't want to say too much.
Oh, yeah.
But pretty simple home. She's never done this before. Don't really know exactly what I'm doing.
Yes.
And then they also, at the same night, are showing Nicodemus, who's this Sanhedrin leader, know-it-all.
Robed in
all these ornate fabrics in his home.
Yeah.
The feast on the table is wine and gorgeous food. And hers is super simple. And so they're going back and forth. But Jesus knocks on her door of the woman. And it's only the second time she's ever seen him.
Yes.
The first time she saw him, she had this major deliverance moment that changed her forever. And so here he is again, only the second time she's seen him. She invites him in. There's probably 6 people around the table. And as they're going back and forth, Mom says in her way only she can, it's so cute, well, they may have the fancy, ornate table with all the good food, but she has Jesus at her table.
Aww, sweet.
So
sweet. That's the door he knocked on, right? Knowing the choices.
Yeah.
Yeah, anyway, it's a great series.
A great show.
So if you're wondering how to find it, they have their own app called Angel Studios, and you may even be able to stream a couple of the early seasons.
You can get
through
2
Prime,
seasons on
Amazon
Prime, I think.
So there's 3 seasons out right now, and it's about an hour each. Something like that.
And each season is, I think, 8. So there's eventually going to be 24 soon.
And the finale of this season 3, they'll put in theaters sometime early February.
Oh, that's brilliant.
I think it's the feeding of the 5,000.
Oh, that'd be cool to see on a big screen.
Can you imagine?
Yeah.
I know. I
would like to see that.
too.
I would pay to see that.
Okay, so I only had one other topic. Did you have anything else?
Not really. I just am enjoying being with you and on the mic and with our people. I've missed everybody.
Planning and searching and planning some more and searching some more of what we're doing this year. So
we do have some fun ideas.
Yes,
y'all.
We do. And we hope that we continue to remain inspired and open to whatever this podcast is supposed to be.
That's right.
But yeah, I just thought it was interesting the way our city is just wildly popular. We have In-N-Out Burger that has chosen to place their first restaurant east of Texas here. But and not just that. Their eastern headquarters is going to be not in Nashville, in Franklin.
In Franklin. My goodness.
So we're going to eventually, sometime this season, do a Visit Franklin episode on the podcast, because how can we not? Everybody's moving here and flocking here, and tourism is on the rise, so we might as well give our opinion of it too.
That's right.
Which we have some opinions of what to do. I think it would be fun if we broke down that episode in terms of if you have an afternoon in Franklin.
Yeah.
A weekend in Franklin, and
a week or whatever. Yeah.
3,
I like how Rick
maybe
Steves
4
does
plus
that.
days.
Have you ever seen how he does his itineraries? They're usually, I think he usually does 2 days, 5 days, because he's going to places like Rome or, huge cities, not like a Franklin. So he usually, I think, does 2 days, 5 days, or 7 plus.
Okay.
And then it's kind of like in order of like, you have to do this.
Yeah.
If you have the time, you should add
then
this.
You add this.
If you have more time, add this.
But I think we need to start with an afternoon, because a lot of people stay in Nashville.
Yeah.
But they may have a conference that they're attending or something, and they only have this one afternoon that's free. So
that's a great idea. Let's
I think we need to be able to get it that succinct and then build from there. So
I like that idea.
Okay, well, that'll do it for our Southern Sister Chat. 2.5 years, I think, of doing this.
Wow.
Through the
Time
Patreon
really does
platform.
fly. Well, we have other fun things in the works.
On the horizon,
That's
yes. Right. So stay tuned to very, very shortly. We have our season 5 Steel Magnolias podcast launch happening. So,
yeah, and tell your friends. We're still wanting you to spread the word.
Please tell your friends. Share however you feel comfortable sharing via text or email or just telling them face to face.
That's right.
Okay.
We appreciate y'all and hope you have a wonderful rest of the week.